Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. Late last year, Seiko quietly dropped a few new models in the Prospex Sea collection, and it is their Solar Divers. It is a 41 millimeter solar diver. I finally got some now. They've been very sporadic and tough to get. So the Solar Divers used to come in like a 42.8, and then they made a much smaller one a few years ago, 39. Now we're right in the middle at 41. So I want to show all of them to you today, so you can kind of make a more informed decision on which one you might like. For my own wrist check today, on my left wrist, I am wearing the Islander Solitaire. This is our 38 millimeter solar diver. It runs on a Miyota Ring Solar Movement 2070, and the solar collector is actually in the rehaut of the watch, not under the dial, so the dial can be pressed and beautiful. And on my other wrist, Islander and Lume shot collaboration. This was the mini glacier, baby glacier, glacier reduced, whatever you want to call it, that we released a few months ago or so. 200 units sold out, beautiful. However, we will do more small samurai case watches, I promise you this. But here, let's talk about Seiko. Well, hey, without Seiko, I wouldn't be here. So let's do it. So this video really started out to be a review of the new 41 millimeter divers. And I figured, you know what, kind of like I did on a marathon video recently, let's show all the different sizes so you can make a more informed decision of which one you wish to purchase. The story of all of these pretty much starts, wow, it's a while ago. I'm trying to think back, it's probably 6-7 years ago when the SNE 435 came out, which is the blue dial solar paddy diver, which was soon after that reverted to a part number of SNE 549, which is still in production today. And then, I don't know, maybe about 3 years ago, these came out. These are the 42.8 millimeter solar divers, as well as the one on my left hand here, the 39 millimeter solar diver. I forget which one comes first. It might have been the small one. So this is your 39, this is your 42.8. And now, definitely the latest to be released, and I will just kind of bring him up here because he fits in the middle, not chronologically, but sizily, 41 millimeters. So now you have three choices in the Prospex Sea Solar collection. You can go for a 39, a 41, or a 42.8. Of interest to note, Islander, Island Watch, Long Island Watch sells aftermarket bracelets for this one and for this one. We do not sell one for this one. I tried, they do not fit. Acceptably, you know, at least in my opinion, there's a little bit too much rock and the end links don't meet up perfectly. So since we're here to discuss the 41s, let's bring them out and then we'll do size and, wrist shots and do the size comparisons later. Let me go through my notes here. So SNE 595, 597, 599, all the same watch, just in different colorways. As you can see, the 599 is in a full black IP, I guess like a gunmetal or so, maybe a little bit deeper than that. But since this is basic black, let's do it all on this one. So this is Seiko SNE 597. There you can see it. There you can see the retail price. Street price is a little bit less. We'll go over that now. So it is, well, it's running on Seiko's Solar V157 movement. Two of them, the 41 and the 42.8 run on the V157. The smaller guy runs on the V147. No real difference to you. Power reserve of roughly 10 months when it's fully charged. So this guy is 42.8, 41, see that? 41 millimeters in diameter. 11.3 thick to a flat sapphire crystal, so it's fairly svelte for a diver. 48.8 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip. It is, of course, a solid screw down case back. It does have a sapphire crystal, scratch resistant sapphire crystal. All of the ones you will see today do have that. It's a 20 millimeter lug. Actually, they're all 20 millimeter lugs. So 20 millimeter lug weighs 157 grams on the bracelet. And it is, 200 meters of water resistance. Screw down crown, of course. The bracelet, as I said, we sell aftermarket bracelets for the other two sizes, not for the 41s. Will I make them? I don't know. We'll see how popular these are, but it is a pin and collar. Is it pin and collar? It's a pin and collar bracelet. 4 positions of micro, you do get a diver's extension. I know a lot of people are not happy with the Seiko bracelet, but it is what it is. A screw down crown, so you unscrew it, pull it out so you can change the time. One click out will change the date. There we go. Okay. The bezel is a unidirectional 120 click, feels good, easy to operate even with my slippery gloves on. Is that straight? Nope, I think I passed it. Let's see, is this one gonna line up for us? Hello, Seiko. Here we go, looks pretty good. Let's go up on the bezel itself and the dial. Sorry, a little fuzz. So flat black dial. This dial is actually see-through, if you can get a hint of that, because the solar collector is underneath it. One thing that I caught on different on all of them is that solar is not spelled out on this dial. Not sure why. However, flipping it over to the case back, you can see it's got all the hallmarks of a classic Seiko diver, including the movement call out, which does indeed say it's solar. I don't know why they don't want to say that on the dial. It's like, am I missing it somewhere? I had to look a few times. And no, it is clearly being missed. The hands are different than the other 2 watches. And we'll pull them all up again and you can see them all. So this is one of them. Oh, price. Street price, $420 from that $595 that you see. So here is, so if this was like the 007 version, this is like the 009 version. It's a Pepsi, so red and blue bezel. The dial is blue. It is a dark blue, just like the SKX 009 was. So I'll pull up our known black source next to this one, and you can see indeed the dial is a deep blue. As I said, the hands are different than the other size versions, but other than that, this watch is pretty much the same as the one you just saw. And the one that is the most different, and a few bucks more than $420, I don't know, about $20 or $30 more, I forgot to write it down, is the full black IP version. Even the bracelet, even the case back is done in full black IP. Typically, case backs are done in steel because it's a high wear surface, but they are throwing caution to the wind. This is really nice looking. I really dig this one. It looks cool. The hands and markers are liberally applied with, I almost said Super Luminova, Lume, which is, of course, Seiko's own proprietary compound. I do wish they did a negative date. They did not. The date is positive. Okay, so this is your 40, or these are your 41 millimeter divers, which is quickly, that was the flashlight. That was not a watch, don't worry. Let's pull up the 39 so you can see it versus the 41. So I'm going to keep the 41 up the entire time because that to me is the greatest, that's the good comparator, right? So 39 millimeters, this is 39. Oh my goodness, 38. I think I said 39 the entire time. My apologies. These are 38. 38 by 11 by 46. And it is a 20 millimeter lug, as I said before. So just about the same thickness as this guy. This one runs on a V147 movement. Really no difference to you. It's a solar movement. But here you can see the difference between a 38, sorry about that, and a 41. Got it? Now, so let's remove the 38, and I guess let's just screw up your eyeballs even more. Let's pull up the SNE 589. This is a 42.8. So 41, 42.8. So this guy's 42.8 by 10.7. How did they manage to make it thinner than the others? I have no idea. 49.2 on the lug tip to lug tip. 20 millimeter bracelet, weighs 167 grams. They all weigh pretty much the same. Obviously, the bigger you go, the heavier you get, but really within reason. It's 167 for the largest, 150 for the smallest, and 157 for the one in the middle. These two, very, very close in size, visually and spec-wise. You see the cases are certainly a little bit different. The hands are different. You have the line here that you don't have the pronounced arrow here. And just to bring up the 39, so you can see the hands on this one were different as well. These two, the 30, I said 39 again, the 38 and the 42.8, are pretty much very, very similar hands. The 41 brought with it, I don't know why, I want to say sumo for some reason. I want to say sumo hands. But okay, let's do Lume, and then I'm going to try each one of them on my wrist so you can see what they might look like on you. So it's Seiko, so you know it will glow very well. It's all green, Lume Bright, and they just glow amazing. No, no qualms there. I will keep the zoom on the camera the same for all of these. I will not zoom in. So this is the 38. There we go. Did I finally get the size right? Yes, I did, 38. So here is the 41. Where the 41 is sitting now, my wrist is about 6.5 inches. And up here, roughly 6 3/4. And the last one is going to be that 42.8. What I like about all of them is that they're all proportional. The larger diameters by a couple of millimeters increase the length of the watch by a couple of millimeters. It's not like the cases are extremely different in profile. Something I did want to bring up though, in case it's important to you. They're all 20 millimeter, as I said. However, the 42.8 one that I just tried on last, you notice that it is looks like is it non-tapering at all? Look at the size of the clasp difference between that and the other two, the 41 and then the 38 or whatever it is. These two clasps are thinner than this one. So some people enjoy a tapering clasp, some people do not like it to taper. So it would stand to reason that the larger one does not taper. Anyway, that's it. Enough yapping. This has been Mark from longislandwatch.com showing you all three sizes of Seiko Prospex Solar Divers. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Questions, comments, anything else you want to say, you can put it below and I'll be sure to address it as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.